City 10, Exeter 1. 5 things learned. Let's get into it. Number 5. Is it a start of City's winning run, or is it just papering over the cracks? I suppose it's hard to tell because it was Exeter in League One, but I still think winning 10-1 even against a League One side is a very fantastic result, and hopefully it's the start of more things to come for this Manchester City side for the remainder of the league season moving forward in the FA Cup, the Premier League, Champions League, the Carabao Cup. And I think hopefully this should give us confidence because we scored 10 goals without Harden scoring one of them. I know he only played 45 minutes and he came off at half-time, but that's something very special, that in my personal opinion. And I think if we can do that more often, then we could still be a contender for the Premier League and push teams like Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG for the Champions League. Maybe win a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup as well. But yeah, that's what I've got to say on that. And then number 4, Macedo, or however you say his name, was a real deal. He could be our new Morgan Rogers or Cole Palmer or another Phil Foden, just not white. And I think we've got to give him more minutes because he was a baller. I think he was, even though he scored like towards the end, he was playing well the entire game. And I think if we give him more minutes, then he could be a bright spark in this City team and another option for City to play out wide. And then number 3, I think we still need to get someone in January centre-back. Mark Gay, get that deal done. I've heard that Crystal Palace might put it up for 40 million in January. But for me, that's not a bad deal for a player like him, Premier League proven centre-back. He might not be better than Diaz Gavardio, but we really need him now because we've got Diaz out and Gavardio out. Kuzanov went down yesterday, and I think even though he didn't get injured, and I still think he'd probably be all right for the Newcastle game and the United game, I think we need another defender still. And I think if you can't get him, you've got to try and look at maybe Schlotterbeck or maybe Van der Ven from Spurs. But I think Van der Ven from Spurs is unlikely because I don't see us ever doing transfer. I don't see us doing transfer deals with Spurs ever again after the Harry Kane saga, really, if I'm being brutally honest. In the 2021 season transfer window summer, going into that season. And then number 2, I think Max Alleyne, could he become a regular starter? I think when all our players are fit, probably not. But if he keeps this form up, then Gavardio and Diaz are not going to have it all their own way when they come back from injury to get back into the starting 11. Obviously, Gavardio might not come back until the end of the season because he's got an injury until the end of the season, more than likely anyway. He might come back towards the end of the season, maybe if we get to the Champions League final, he could play. But if I was getting off put because my dad was just looking at me. But yeah, if Gavardio's fit, towards the end of the season and we get to the Champions League final, then he can maybe play. But Max Alleyne looks like a great player, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. And I hope we don't do anything stupid and sell him, because that would just be typical City of youth prospects over the past 2-3 years or so. And then number 1, I think Semenyo brings squad depth because he looks like a good finisher. We're yet to really see if we can do it against a better team because it was only Exeter. But I think he looks like he might do better than what I thought he was going to do. And I don't know what the lineup will be for the derby. I think he could be a good option off the bench. I think he looks like a player that could come off the bench and make a difference in games. But I think he could start against Newcastle. United's a tricky one because it's a dilemma for Pep because I think Haaland's obviously definitely going to start. And then I think Foden probably starts because he's got a great record in the derby. But I don't think Foden plays on the wing. I think he plays in the midfield. But who knows? He could play Foden on the wing, but I doubt it. I think he'll probably play Cherky. I can see Doku starting. But if Semenyo can prove a point against Newcastle midweek, then there's a reason and an argument that if he doesn't start against United on Saturday, he'd be rather disappointed and probably harshly left out by Pep. But let me know what you think in the comments below. My hair's an absolute mess. I probably stink as well and I need a bath. But have a good rest of your Sunday and hopefully Brighton knock United out the FA Cup. And QPR currently 1-0 down to West Ham as well. Leeds got through. Tottenham got knocked out. Who do you want City to get in the next round? I'd like us to get QPR like away or something like that because I'm not too far from QPR from where I live. And QPR... Yeah, I know, I'm doing something. QPR, we haven't played them since the Agüeroooooo goal in the 11-12 season. And I think if we played them, it could be an interesting cup tie, but they're currently losing to West Ham, so that's looking on the ropes at the minute. The only game I really fear was probably Villa away, because we've lost there the last, 3 years? And we didn't win there in the fourth year either. In the treble year, it was 1-1. The last year we won was 21-22, so that's nearly 5 years ago now. Well, it probably is 5 years ago. So that's the game I don't want. If we get Arsenal away, that wouldn't be particularly easy either. But I think we'd have more of a chance of winning away to Arsenal than we would Villa, because our record at Arsenal is better than it is Villa of the past few years. But let me know in the comments what you thought on the game, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Take care, up the Blues.